Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20. To the 23-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. Looking for 6. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the 50, it's Keenum. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground. And it brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, You just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Keenum going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
To throw, it's Keenum. He sets to fire deep, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
368! They go 368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Keenum. And that is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try pressure advantage.
Keenum now to throw. And he will have him in. Demaryius Thomas. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas taking it in, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of the threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hey, go, 368. Go, we're good.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Able to get away, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Go, on the ball. On the ball. Side. It's up.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton escaping. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Todd Davis able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. They'll run here with Freeman. Fighting him off. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Dalton now to pass. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down.
368. There you go, 368.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Heavy. There you go. 93, 52.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Keenum now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Keenum. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
52-44. Get ready for 57 over there. Hey.
Dalton here from the gun. Open man is Uzama. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
368! They go 368!
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Going deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On the ground with a tight end. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzama taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
368!
Operating from the gun. Dalton. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Down. Hey, go, Roger.
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Cincinnati. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a